Not sure why I cannot hear you. Well, this is what I did. Make sure that you hit the volume button on your computer to make sure the volume's not off. Can you hear me now?
I'll tell you, since you can't hear her, Reagan couldn't hear me and her volume was not on all the way.
That is my fault.
So, who is GL? Oh, okay.
That's Taika. She's
Okay.
down below.
Oh, hey.
Okay. Taika, you're good? Taika, you're good? You can hear?
Yeah, she's muted. I don't know if you know that you're muted, Taika. Okay. All right. So I hit record. So we're just going to go through like nothing crazy. And you guys obviously are welcome to like ask other questions in the group as the week goes on and like message us and stuff. But we wanted to just kind of give everybody an overview to start with of like, you know, where we're starting, the materials, and kind of how to like get your stuff under control for your plan and what you need like to get going. So I'm going to share my screen. And don't judge all my tabs and all my desktop items. Okay, so to start the nutrition stuff, I don't know if everybody has gone in and gotten their materials yet since we just like kind of launched the nutrition part today. But all you need to do is go into Beachbody On Demand. And I figured I would just like go through it in case there's somebody who hasn't logged in yet. Of course, it'll take forever at one time.
Someone's TV on in the background.
It might be mine.
Do you want to, can you turn it down?
Yeah, I think he's sleeping, so hold on.
Okay.
Or if you just mute it.
Yeah, or Kayla, if you just mute yourself, then we can't hear it.
So you come into the Beachbody On Demand, you go to 80-Day Obsession, which mine always does this. Oh, good. Usually I have to refresh it. And then we'll just go to, there are these videos about how to like get started that you're welcome to watch. But if you go straight into the program materials, it's going to give us the whole guide for how to get started. And okay, so there's Autumn looking real fit. Booty. Okay, so this is what we talked about this morning. So everybody needs to go in and either print out this sheet or make your own sheet, but we need everybody's measurements. This is not something that you're going to want to skip. This program is going to change your body. And you're going to want to have it documented. So we need everybody to have before and after pictures. You win a free t-shirt. So like, duh, everybody loves free stuff. But we'll do this like every 30 days, probably. We'll do a check-in physically. So that way, like, you'll know, is the nutrition plan helping me in the ways that I want it to? Like, am I moving in the right direction? Are the workouts, like, do I need to be doing something different? Do I need to step it up a little bit with the intensity? Like, being able to track it is really, like, that's where the money is going to be. And that's where we're going to be able to see changes, because it's hard to see change when you're, like, looking at yourself every single day. But when you take those snapshots just every 30 days, it makes such a difference. So everybody needs to go in there and do that first thing. And then calculating our bracket is super easy. Obviously we're starting at phase 1, so we'll be changing it later, but to start with, you're just going to take your weight times 11. That gives you your baseline. Add 600 if you're maintaining your weight, if that's your goal. And if your goal is to lose weight, then you're going to subtract 750 from that. So, very straightforward. It's I think the same as the other Fixate like systems. And then once you get that final number, whether you're maintaining or trying to lose, you're going to come down here and this is the only time we're ever talking about calories. You're going to see which plan you fall into, and then that's your plan for the group, at least for the first phase. So let's say your plan C, let's say you come up with 2,000 calories. What you're going to do then is come back over here to the program materials, and under the nutrition section, we have all the eating plans. So we'll just say your eating plan C. And it gives you the whole breakdown of how to do the timed nutrition. So it tells you how many of each container you're going to have. And then we shared, well, so Reagan, you were going to talk about this part, I think.
Oh yeah, about the time.
So, okay, before we get into this, so the biggest piece that we have taken away so far from like what the other coaches on our team have said, what Autumn has said, what like the people in the test group said, is like we really need to trust the system. So for people who have done 21 Day Fix before, it's going to feel like a lot of food potentially, and it might seem like more food than you think you should have if your goal is weight loss. But because it's timed nutrition, because it's very specific, we really need to trust that the designers of the program, the nutritionists who created this for us, know what they're doing. The results are amazing. We need to just stick to the containers. And if so what people have said so far is like give it 2 weeks at least to really, really try your best to stay inside of your containers, like to reach all of your containers or to stay in the limits of your containers. And then we can see how you feel as your body has adjusted. But that has been like, I feel like the most repeated statement from all these other coaches is like, trust the system, trust the system, trust the system. It's different for a reason. Trust the system.
And don't weigh yourself either.
Yeah. So I don't know, Reagan, do you want to talk about this part?
Yeah, totally.
You want me to stop sharing, or do you want to just keep sharing my screen?
Well, we can just go off of this.
Okay.
So the main difference between 80-Day Obsession and the 21-Day Fix or any other Beachbody program that we've done using these containers is that we're going to be using timed nutrition. And so really it takes the guesswork out of everything. Like a lot of people have wondered like when they should eat certain containers to have the most energy throughout the day. And that can be kind of like a more difficult thing to figure out. This tells you exactly what time to eat which containers. Now, the thing that's going to vary is that we have some people who are morning exercisers, some people that get it in during their lunch break, or that do it after work. So that's going to be the one variable that's going to be changing with this meal plan. But you're always going to have a pre-workout meal, your pre-workout supplements and post-workout supplements, and then your post-workout meal. And depending on, so are most people in here morning workouters or evening?
I think most of my people are morning. Jen, when do you work out?
I actually do mine whenever the girls get up and I have time, because the thing that you really have to think about is like the workout block and your eating. So really whenever I can get my pre-workout meal in, I just kind of time it from there.
Okay.
I'm kind of lucky enough that I work only weekends now, so I have kind of like the day.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Taika, you can just type it. You work out after work. Okay. So I think Caroline, you always work out in the morning.
I'm doing nights this time.
Okay. So we're pretty split, so I can kind of briefly touch on each. I just like if everyone was going to be in the morning, I was just going to talk for the morning plan, but so I'll kind of briefly touch on both. So this is something that I had never done before. I always work out fasted, like never in my life. But like Becca said, if you want results that you never had before, you have to do something you've never done. So I put my big girl panties on and I ate before I worked out, and I've been feeling so good. So if you work out in the morning, you're going to wake up. Maybe you have to wake up a little bit earlier, but you're going to have, well, this specifically is for Plan C, but you're going to have a green, a red, a yellow, and a teaspoon. And then 20 to 30 minutes before your workout is where you're going to drink your freaking Energize, and that's going to pump you up from your workout. It's going to help you push a little bit harder, perform better in the workout. And then this is really important. Within 30 minutes of finishing your workout, you're going to have your recovery plus a purple container. So for me, I've just been having an apple with my shake, but you could also put it in the blender if you wanted to, and like blend fruit in there. I just shake mine. And then 1 to 2 hours after your workout is when you have your post-workout meal. And again, it tells you each container that you're going to have for that meal. And then it's just going to be every 2 to 3 hours. So if you wake up really early, it might mean that you're going to be done eating kind of earlier in the day. So if you can kind of like stretch your meals out all the way to the 3 hours, that might feel a little bit better. And then if you have your recharge, that's also going to be kind of like a nice little nightcap, to have your recharge 30 minutes before bed. So this is, I personally wanted to go ahead and start this week so I could know what it was like when I talked to you guys. And it feels really, really good. And I like that, like, all the guesswork is taken out of it. So, Becca, do you want me to say anything else on that?
Thing that I heard a lot of questions asked about, not necessarily in our group, but from other coaches who've been doing it, and that Autumn addressed, was the 60 to 90 minutes before your workout, like that pre-workout meal. What she said is the reason, so that's like the one piece that is flexible with the timing wise. She said that the reason they said 60 to 90 minutes before your workout is that a lot of people like complain about feeling nauseous if they eat too close to when they work out. So they did that so that you would have like pretty new fuel in your body to be able to go. But she said if you don't have, like, if you work out at 6 and you don't want to leave a whole hour before, like if you don't want to eat an hour before that workout, like you don't have to get up at 4:30 to eat, she said that's fine. She said that she just eats and digests for like 15 minutes and then she does her workout. So she was like, that's the one where you don't have to wait the whole time, but don't stretch it longer than that.
Or
that was oh, sorry, Reagan.
Oh, I was just gonna say, or if you need a smaller meal, you can also replace I think it's meal option 1 with your pre-workout meal. So that's going to be a little bit smaller, although in
this one, it's about the same.
This one's the same, but in mine, for example, mine is just a red and purple. So that's less than the green, red, yellow, and a teaspoon. So depending on what plan you're in, it might be nice to have that smaller meal and just know your body. If you eat and then work out and then vomit, I probably wouldn't suggest you do that again. Right. But if your digestive system works in that way where it can, move through that food quickly and you feel good during your workout, like that's the point. Because Autumn was saying that if she waits an hour and a half, she like gasses out and can't like finish her workout. So it's really just about experimenting and knowing your body and knowing how to like listen to those, cues that your body's giving you. Kayla, what were you going to ask?
So I work 12s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I was trying to figure out how I could do the 60 minutes before work with eating because I'm about 40 minutes from work. So I'd have to get up at like 3:30 in the morning to eat. So that would be, to me, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of time to try to get a workout in. So I was thinking maybe I could do my workouts in the evening since usually like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday ones aren't as long as the ones that are during the week.
Yeah, that would work.
So
if you could eat your pre-workout meal before you leave work, then you have 40 minutes to digest, on your commute home, and then you can start your workout.
Yeah, that's what when I first got the Energize, I drank the Energize on my way home. Mm-hmm. So then by the time I got home, all I had to do was change and I could work out.
Yeah. Yeah, so then that's definitely what I would suggest is, and that's also something like maybe you've always worked out in the morning, but for this program, like why not just try and see how your body feels like working out maybe at your lunch break or like when you get home from work. So,
Okay. And then with that, since this would be basically like flipped, my meal one would be my breakfast. Is that correct?
Becca, can you scroll because she has some examples for different workout blocks. Did you? I don't know if you saw that, Kayla. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, down here. Got it.
Oh,
That's still on.
so that's morning block. Okay, morning, midday. What's example 3? Okay, evening workout. Yeah, so that is going to tell you. So if your workout is like around 6 to 7, like Kayla, you would essentially just follow this plan, and like maybe it's a little bit, maybe it's from 7 to 8, so you would just adjust the hours down one, and then just pack all this food. Like you have to get a big lunch box and a lot of containers, and just bring all this food to work with you for those 12-hour shifts.
Oh, that's what I do. I pack like my snacks and everything, and I just lunch box.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, I see where it is now. The evening workout block number 3.
Yeah. So
okay.
Something that's really important, guys, is like this is your money. You purchased this program. You need to be familiar with the materials. You need to go through and read this and know it. You don't have to like memorize all the foods on the list, but like really make sure that you're reading through all of these things because there's so many nuggets in here of like really helpful information, and you want to like read it twice if you need to. Oh, I see things in the group chat. Can we switch during the week? Yeah, I don't see a problem with that, Taika. You can do some mornings, some evenings. You'll just have to. My biggest advice is to put it in your calendar. Like know the week what your schedule is when you work out, so that you don't have to think in the morning, okay, what time am I supposed to eat? Like just have it in your calendar. Set alarms.
Especially since it is so specific, like it would be helpful probably to print out, like if you know that sometimes you're going to work out in the morning and sometimes you're going to work out in the evening, I would print out these 2 examples. So I would print out this one that's the example 3, and then, or whatever it is, if you work out in the middle of the day, I would print these so that you can know what containers you're supposed to be eating. Because also when we make our meal plans for the week, you want to have this all charted out. So it's not going to be Wednesday and you're thinking, oh, tomorrow I'm working out in the evening. So how am I going to space my food out? Ideally, what we're going to do is on Saturday and Sunday, when you guys sit down to make your meal plan for the week, you're going to chart everything out so that this is the time I'm working out this day. This is how my meals are going to fall into place because of that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, good gracious, that if we had to think about this every single day fresh, that's too much. Like this, you must meal plan. You must plan ahead, even if that doesn't mean that you cook everything ahead of time, the way that Bomb Diggity Reagan does. Yeah, throw it up, girl, because you rock at that. Like, it doesn't mean you have to have everything prepped, but you need to have everything planned because otherwise it's going to be overwhelming.
Do you want me to talk about meal planning and prepping? Yeah.
Did we have anything else we wanted to say? Okay, so the supplements.
Oh, yeah.
The supplements, we just listened to a video. They do not count as containers. So, like, you're
when
not
used as directed.
Right. When used as directed, they're not, like, when you have your recover after your workout, it doesn't count as your red. That was an important thing to note. And then just like we were just talking about, like keeping it all simple these first couple weeks, like not trying too many new recipes, like bake that chicken, girl, put some Italian seasoning on it, bake it, steam the broccoli, do the boring stuff. Your husbands will get over it. Like there's too many new things kind of lining up that we don't need to overcomplicate it at the beginning. Like it'll be easy enough once we get into the hang. Like really just keep it simple. Yeah, if you want to talk about.
You want to stop your screen share and I'll share mine. So I don't know if you guys saw in the group, I just posted my the link to my YouTube video, and can I move this bar? Go away. Sorry if you guys can see this. I shared this link to my website and my YouTube video, and it might just be a good reference for you guys. But this is an example of my meal plan. So what I did was, the first thing I did was I read their example meal plan, and I got a bunch of ideas off of that. So for example, like this grilled chicken, cucumbers, and tomatoes, like they had that, but with whole wheat pasta. So I took that and I was like, well, that sounds really good. And I just took out the pasta and added, some pine nuts, and made that my dinner. So for example, this was really, I did overnight oats because I know myself and I know that I don't like plain oatmeal. I want the Quaker apples and cinnamon. So I did overnight oats, and I add just a smidgen of my vegan vanilla Shakeology to it, so it tastes heavenly. And then for my post-workout meal, I threw some chicken in the crock pot with the jar salsa, and then I shredded it when it was done. I roasted some peppers and onions in the oven, like fajita veggies, and then I just did a big pot of brown rice. So easy. I just mix it all together, heat it up, and it's so good. I have my Shakeology. I took their idea of I think they had carrots and hummus maybe, and they had celery and something. I did celery and hummus, and then I have that dinner meal I already talked about. And then in here I kind of break it down. So when I think about meal prep, I think about what are the things that don't require my immediate attention. Like, what things can I get in the crock pot? What things can I get cooking on the stove, like the rice? And then I get all of those things going so that while those things are cooking, I can be chopping my peppers and onions, portioning out my hummus. I can be measuring out my pine nuts and dressings. And so it's just a way to maximize your time in the kitchen so that you're not like just doing one thing and then like moving on to the next, but you can kind of multitask or triple task or quadruple task in the kitchen and not spend so much time. But don't be frustrated with yourself if it does take a long time your first time. Like, I was in there for hours some days, and now I can get it to like 2 hours, but literally all of my food is done for the whole week. And that time on the weekend might kind of suck, but all the free time you have during the week and you're not stressed about it. So even if you can just portion out or prep ahead your dinners or prep the lunches that you take with you, just throw some veggies in a bag for your snack. It doesn't have to be like a super intricate recipe. We're not like on a cooking show or anything. Basic.
Watching you.
Yeah. And if possible, be a little repetitive or do like every other day. Have like 2 snack options or 2 meal, like lunch options. That's my best advice. But you can watch this whole video. I posted the link here and I posted in my group if you want to see me like prepping it and kind of see like what the final product looks like, you can.
We should put that link. I'm going to put that link. I made like a little file that we could start putting. So I know Caroline had asked about, and a couple people had wanted like different ways that people are planning their meals out. So I put a few examples in. Did you guys see the photo album that's in the group?
Mm-hmm.
There's like some images in there, and then I tried to put links, but it was like it was a PDF, so I couldn't update it or something. I don't know. But there's like one chart in the file section that's an editable document, I think. So I'll put the link again to Reagan's video in there so that when the news feed fills up with everybody doing stuff, you can still find it easily. Because I think that'll be really valuable for people as we go along.
I encourage you all to like make a meal plan and then post it in the group so we can like read it over, give you some suggestions. If you have questions, post them in the group because I bet someone else has the same question as you. And that way we can all help each other out. and I'll post mine in the group, and I'll also be working on mine for next week. I'll make it different, and I'll share that with you guys.
Okay, so Caroline was asking if you make your own Italian dressing. If you guys don't have it already, the Fixate cookbook has great recipes in it.
That's actually on Beachbody On Demand now too. They have it uploaded.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually like separate where how they do like her cooking show now. If
Huh.
you click into like her cooking show, it's like a separate thing. You can like basically look at all the recipes from
that's
Fixate
awesome.
on there.
How is that?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and then like, I mean, to make Italian dressing, like, obviously it counts as the oil. But like what I do very often is just if you get a fork and just like whisk really quickly like extra virgin olive oil, balsamic, and then like some basil or some oregano or something and some garlic.
Yeah.
It emulsifies and it gets really like smooth and delicious and doesn't have anything gross. There's no nasty chemicals in it. Like it was.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I just do it in like a cup before we eat dinner and
Yeah.
go. And you can also do that with like olive oil and lime juice and garlic
Yeah.
and salt, and that's good for like if you're having like a pita night. Or you could put like the Mrs. Dash's salt-free lime seasoning in with it.
Yeah.
Really, you just want like an acid and an oil. So like you could use just like lemon juice. too.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and you'll get the feel for it. Sometimes they turn out funky when you first start playing with
Yeah.
them. Figure it out.
You inspire me, Becca. I cheated. I bought it. But I checked the ingredient list, and I like bought the one with the least amount of sugars on it.
Yeah.
But next week I'm making my own.
Don't buy dressings with canola oil. If I can tell you, guys, it's going to be fun for Reagan and I to be doing this group together because we have like different things that we are passionate about when it comes to health. So,
Yeah.
But like, I'm all about the fats. So like, stop buying canola oil. If anything, like, go in your fridge as part of like your pantry clean out when you do your meal prep this weekend. Throw away everything that has canola oil in it. We can talk about why later. We only have 2 minutes left, so we can't talk about it right now. But like a lot of the store-bought dressings have canola, and it's just like really bad. So that would be my number one. Just get extra virgin olive oil.
Good
Okay,
to
in the
know.
last 2 minutes, are you guys super pumped?
Yes,
Are you excited to start the new program?
I am.
It's so good. Taika, what's up? Were you just saying yes? Yes. Okay. I was like,
She's got her muted.
oh man. Yeah, these workouts, they're so good. Like it's fun. It's fun to do something new and exciting that you've never done before. And the workouts are all the exercises are different than like, because like the 21 Day Fix and Fix Extreme had some like similarities. No, it's gonna blow your mind. I'm so excited for you guys to do this. You're gonna love it.
I think I'm going to start doing the meal plan so that I'm in the groove before. So I think probably most of you have seen by now, but I'm like about to have a baby. So that's why I'm not quite starting yet, but like very soon, like during this group, hopefully, as long as everything goes well, I'll be able to start. So I'm like pumped.
Yay.
That's so great. Congrats.
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, it's 8:30. I have my team call with my other coaches. Do you guys mind if I take a screenshot of us? Would you smile? Or if you want to hop off, you can hop off. Yeah? Everyone smile. Ready? Ready! I did it. Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, everybody have a wonderful evening. And then as you like have questions and stuff, just post in the group and we'll be sure to answer. And I'm excited to see everybody's meal plans for this week. It's going to be fun.
Yes. Thanks so much for hopping on, guys. We'll see you in the group.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.